What's good, YouTubers and YouTubettes? This is JB Sports back again with another one. They had the final press conference today for the Deontay Wilder-Luis Ortiz 2 rematch for Deontay Wilder's WBC Heavyweight Championship. And it was very entertaining, man. Deontay Wilder did a good job of settling that fight, man. He's the best fighter promoter since Floyd Mayweather Jr., man. He really knows how to sell a fight, man. He told everybody, get your popcorn, get your pizza. If you got a cell phone, put it in your pocket. Because he don't want you to sit on your lap and then fall down. You look down and then you look up and say, what happened? Is everybody going crazy? And the knockout didn't already happen, man. He say, don't blink. He say, Luis Ortiz will be victim number 42, as in victim number 42 as far as KO victim. As he said, all 41 guys he's fought previously have been knocked out, and Luis Ortiz will be no different. Luis Ortiz, he talking with a lot of confidence too, man. He looks great too, man. Dude look like he's about 25 pounds less than what he came in the first fight, man. He look like he's in excellent condition, man. They say he's been training down there in Las Vegas for 6 weeks, and the reports I've heard, man, they say he's been really looking good, man. He's light on his feet, moving very well. You know, he's got one of the best jabs in the heavyweight division. He's got a straight left out the southpaw stance. That's his power shot, the left hand, as well as Wilder's right hand is his power shot. So this fight's going to come down to which fighter's going to be able to land their money shot. Wilder's got the best right hand probably in the history of fighting period. Best, history of boxing, heavyweight division, boxing history. Deontay Wilder's probably got the best right hand, and it probably is the best, there ain't no problem, he does have the best right hand and is the best knockout artist in boxing history. So he's not going to have to but land that punch one time on Ortiz and it's going to be lights out. That's going to be the problem for Ortiz. Ortiz is a very good boxer, but he does get hit. And even a guy like Fury, who's probably a better defensive fighter than Luis Ortiz wasn't able to stay away from Wilder's right hand and his underrated left hook, which was a punch that dropped Fury in the rematch. In the 12th round was a left hook, and the right hand was the one that put him out and should have really gave Wilder the victory. But that's neither here nor there. I'm not going to get into that controversial fight, as I thought that fight should have been stopped as soon as Fury's head hit the canvas and he was out on his feet. Not out on his feet, but he was out on his back with his eyes rolled in the back of his head. Any other referee would have stopped that fight. But that's neither here nor there. Let's get back to the fight Saturday night. And I'm so excited about this fight. Wilder's doing a good job promoting this fight. And he did a good thing about what he said about Luis Ortiz's daughter, too. He said he's just happy to give Ortiz a rematch. Ortiz is going to be making a good payday for the rematch, and he'll be able to get the best doctors for his ailing daughter, as his daughter is going, is going through a situation where she needs medical attention, and she's dealing with a disability. So Luis Ortiz, based on the money that he's made in his career and based on the money that he's going to make Saturday night, he's going to be able to get the best doctors. And Deontay Wilder just said he's happy that he's able to provide that for Luis Ortiz and giving him a rematch. So that was a good thing to hear from Deontay Wilder. Luis Ortiz got up there and said at the press conference, he said, look, this fight's not going 12 rounds. Either I'm going to knock him out or he's going to knock me out, but it's not going to the judges. I think they announced the judges earlier today. They're looking at, I know Dave Moretti, he's a veteran judge, been in judged a lot of big high-profile fights. He's going to be one of the judges. They got another judge from New Jersey, and they got another judge, I can't remember his name, but I did remember Dave Moretti. He's judged a lot of high-profile fights, so he's a veteran judge. But according to Luis Ortiz, this fight's not going to even go to the judges. Them judges can basically take the night off. They can keep a scorecard and turn in and show everybody who's ahead before the knockout, but outside of that, it's not going to even come into play their scorecard. So we'll see what happens, man. But I like the fight, man. A lot of people kind of been downplaying this fight, saying they're not crazy about this fight, man. But Luis Ortiz has a strong case. The number one fighter in the heavyweight division, let me get that out the way, is Deontay Wilder. But Luis King Kong Ortiz has a strong case as the second best heavyweight right now. It's an argument. It's out of him, Tyson Fury, and Andy Ruiz. It's out of them three for the number 2 ranking behind Deontay Wilder. Joshua is number 5 until proven otherwise. He got dominated in his last fight by Andy Ruiz. He got knocked down a gazillion times, and he got dropped, and he looked horrible in that fight. It looked like he didn't He couldn't solve the hand speed and the combination punches of Andy Ruiz. Had no answer. Fighting off his back foot, looked horrible in that fight. And he didn't look great in previous fight leading up to that fight. So he's definitely behind those 4 fighters. But Luis King Kong Ortiz has a strong case that he's the #2 heavyweight. Because I put him against Tyson Fury, I'll probably give Luis Ortiz a slight edge in that fight. Luis Ortiz against Andy Ruiz, that'll be a good fight. That's a 50-50 fight because Andy's probably got the hand speed. Luis Ortiz got the technical skills. Even though Andy Ruiz is not a bad technical fighter himself, but I think the timing goes to Luis Ortiz, the hand speed goes to Andy Ruiz. So that's a true 50-50 fight. So that goes to my argument that Luis King Kong Ortiz has a strong case that he's the #2 heavyweight behind Deontay Wilder. So it's going to be a good fight, man. You've got #1 arguably against #2. Fighting Saturday night. They fought in a Fight of the Year candidate back in 2016 in a hell of a fight at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. Great fight that it was on, I believe it was on Showtime. It was a great fight, great matchup. I remember watching that fight with my homeboy. We was all excited, man, watching that fight, man. We watched that fight, was drinking, having a good time, man. After that fight, man, we ended up hitting up a little sports bar, man, little club atmosphere at this little sports bar. We ended up hitting up after the fight, man. Had a good time that night, man. And that's one of those fights you're going to remember where you was, remember what you did afterwards, man. And hopefully this rematch will be on that level, even be beyond that level, as both guys are looking to improve on their performance. Because Deontay Wilder says he was sick. You know, he was only able to train 2 weeks for the first fight. He had a lot of things going on in his personal life that distracted him in preparation for the Luis Ortiz fight. And he said he's going to come better prepared emotionally, physically, and he's going to put on a much better performance in the first fight. Luis King Kong Ortiz said the same thing. Said he had about 6 weeks to train. He said he wasn't in the greatest of shape, and he said it wasn't that Deontay Wilder power got to him and ended up stopping him. He said it was just that he was tired. He ran out of gas. He had stamina issues because he was not in the greatest of shape. He said that's what ultimately was the reason why he was knocked out, not the power of Deontay Wilder. So somebody's going to be made out a liar come Saturday night, because if he gets knocked out again like he got knocked out in the first fight, King Kong Ortiz ain't going to be able to go to the argument that he was out of shape, he was tired and fatigued. He's just going to have to give Deontay Wilder credit that he got knocked out, and that's the end of it. He's not going to be able to say, like I said, that it was fatigue. It was at the root of him getting knocked out. So we'll see what happens, man. It's a good fight, man. A good press conference, man. A lot of energy. Deontay Wilder, like I said earlier in this video, he's probably the best self-promoter to promote a pay-per-view fight since Floyd Mayweather Jr. He's doing a good job, man. We'll see what kind of attendance they have. We'll see what kind of pay-per-view vibes they'll have. I'm assuming, if I had to make an educated guess, I think they'll probably do around 300 to 325,000 pay-per-views. If I had to make a solid guess, I think it'll do somewhere in that number. I'm gonna be going to a sports bar myself to watch the fight, and hopefully I'll try to get back late on that night to do a post-fight analysis video. If not, later on that night, I'll do one Sunday and do a post-fight analysis video and break down the fight and what I thought happened and who I thought won if it do go to the scorecards, which I doubt. And break down the action in the fight. So we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens, man. But it's going to be very, very interesting, man. Great matchup, man. Great matchup. I think, like I said, I've heard reports that Luis King Kong Ortiz is looking great in training. He's light on his feet. Like I said, in a lot of his fights, he's one of those fighters that does the Ali shuffle. I mean, he does the Ali dance around the ropes. He kind of dance and floats around the ring, use that jab. He did that in the first Deontay Wilder fight. First guy seen able to kind of implement that Ali. Ali shoots that jab out, he dances around the ring, shoot the jab out again, dance around the ring, shoot the jab out, dance around the ring. Luis King Kong Ortiz was doing that. In the first fight, he was able to score on Wilder in that first fight, using that jab, getting on his bicycle, using the jab, moving. And I think from the reports I've heard in his training, he's probably going to be doing some of that in the rematch. I think he only did that for like one round in the first fight, so he might, they said good as he's looking in training camp, he might be able to do that for a couple of rounds to maybe to give Deontay Wilder a different look. So we'll see what happens, man. Like I said, I'll be breaking down in detail what I think is going to happen, the pros and cons of each fighter, what each fighter will be looking to do to the other fighter to come out victorious. And I'll be breaking that down and doing a video for you guys It'll probably come out either Thursday or Friday. Breakdown analysis of Deontay Wilder versus Luis King Kong Ortiz. We'll see what happens, man. But just wanted to give you what my thoughts is on the press conference, man. We'll see what happens, man. And again, man, they had the co-main event. Let me just do a quick thing on Miguel Flores versus Leo Santa Cruz. Both of those guys gave each other a lot of props. Miguel Flores, I didn't know, man, he's from Houston, man. I didn't know he's from Houston, man. That's my hometown. That's where I live. I didn't know he was from Houston, but he's a guy that's, you know, when I looked at his previous fights, man, he's basically a C-plus level fighter. So he's kind of stepping up in class, stepping up to another level. He's stepping up to at least a B-plus level, as I rate Leo Santa Cruz, probably on that B-plus level, right? A little bit less than an A-level fighter. But I think Santa Cruz, he's proven his career that he's probably a B-plus level fighter. And Flores is going to have to show that he can step up from a C-plus level, which he's shown his whole career that he's C-plus, and he's gonna have to step up and show at least for one night that he's on Leo Santa Cruz's level, man. He says he's looking for the knockout like Deontay Wilder. That's what Flores said at the press conference, and he says that he's looking to steal the show. He's looking to steal the show from Deontay Wilder and Luis King Kong Ortiz. And Leo Santa Cruz said the same thing. He said they're looking to put on a great performance, a great fight. They're looking to steal the show. You know, he said he thinks it's going to probably be hard because, you know, you got two excellent fighters in Deontay Wilder and Luis Ortiz fighting. But hopefully if they put on a good show, they maybe can steal the show. That's what Leo Santa Cruz said. So we'll see what happens, man. But all in all, man, it was a strong press conference led by Deontay Wilder. It's got me hyped, got me excited, and got me ready to roll, man, ready to watch that fight. Another thing Deontay Wilder said before I go, man, he said Friday night when I go to bed, he said I'm not gonna be able to sleep. I'm gonna be so excited. He said it's gonna be a lot of people out there, a lot of fans out there ain't gonna be able to sleep the night before either. So he said he's gonna be just like a lot of those fans. He's gonna have a hard time sleeping the night before. And Deontay Wilder also said he's happy that Luis King Kong Ortiz is in great shape. He actually said he looks good, man. That's what Deontay Wilder said. He said he looks good, man. He looks great, and he said he's happy that Luis King Kong Ortiz is in great shape, man, because that just makes for an exciting fight. That gets the fans excited about the fight, and he said it gets him motivated, and he's already motivated, but it just lets him know that he's in for a real tough fight, and he said he's excited about it, man. So it's not something that worries him or concerns him. He said he's happy that he's happy that Ortiz is in great shape, and he's looking forward to a epic, exciting fight. So we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens, man. And it's going to be a great fight live from the MGM Grand, Las Vegas, Nevada. I advise all boxing fans to go to a sports bar to check the fight out. If you can, order at home. You know, the place I go to, man, they don't charge, man. It's no cover. So I'll be able to just go in there and watch the fight, man, and sip on a few drinks, eat some wings, and kick back with my homies and watch the fight, man. They got a little spot that I always go to. They always look out for me. But you guys can, I haven't heard anything about any theaters showing the fight, you know, so I don't know about it being shown in the theaters. I haven't heard anything about that, but order it on Fox pay-per-view. If not, go to a sports bar, man. I think even if you go to a place that's has a cover charge, the cover charge probably shouldn't be no more than $10. Because I think the pay-per-view is like $74.95, so it's not like it's $100. You know, Floyd Mayweather, you go to his fights at a sports bar, it'd be like $20 cover, but it was his pay-per-view was $100. Especially when he fought Pacquiao, it was like $20. In a lot of places, I think it was even $30 cover charge when he fought Pacquiao. So this fight here being a little bit less, $74.95. So I imagine the sports bars won't be charged as much as they would be charging for a Mayweather fight or Pacquiao fight. So the cover charge is going to be around $10 for the fight tonight. If you got to pay a cover charge, I mean not tonight, but for the fight Saturday night, it'll probably be around $10, $10. I would assume no more than $5 or $10. For a cover charge to go to a sports bar. But anyway, man, check it out, man. Check it out by any means necessary, man. Sports bar, pay-per-view, stream it or do what you got to do. We'll see what happens. This is JB Sports, the man, the myth, the legend. I holla.